What is the equation of the function shown in the graph, given that the equation of the parent function is f of x equals 2 to the x power? How am I going to go ahead and find the function in this graph? I'm here with Chloe for her latest tips and tricks. When you have an equation in the form y equals a times b to the x power, if b is greater than 1, you have an exponential growth. If b is between 0 and 1, you have an exponential decay. If you have an equation in the form of y equals a times the quantity of 1 plus or minus r raised to the x power, if 1 plus r is greater than 1, you have exponential growth. If 1 minus r is less than 1, you have exponential decay. Also, if you are looking to find a horizontal asymptote, you would want to get your formula in the form y equals a times b to the x power plus k. Y equal to k is the horizontal asymptote. Now that we have Chloe's tips and tricks, we can go ahead and figure out what the equation of this function is. Now, the first thing I notice here is that they drew a horizontal asymptote. I can see that it's at the line y equals 3, y equals 3. And I know that if y equals k is the horizontal asymptote, I can work backwards to get this formula. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just write that down, y equals 3. That's the horizontal asymptote that I got from the graph. And I know y equals k. So I am going to have part of my equation, the plus k here at the end will be plus 3. Now, they did tell me that the parent function is f of x equals 2 to the x power. That's what this problem looks like before you do any kind of transitional shifts, any stretches, compressions, or rotations, flips, anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. This is the function f of x equals 2 of x. And you can see if I graph that on the same line as the equation that they gave me, if you graph them on the same thing, you will see that they're exactly the same. This bottom one, this red one, the only thing that's happening is it's being shifted up so that the asymptote is at y equals 3 instead of y equals 0. So the only thing I did was a translation up or a shift up on this graph. And you can see right here that that's exactly, my asymptote went right back there. So I can go ahead and take my original parent function, y equals 2 of x, and then just add the 3 onto the end. This right here will be my final answer.